How do you come up with 3 words for Trevor?
He was super sweet, very energetic, outgoing. He was just an all-around good boy.
Resilient, generous, and just super easygoing. Like, he's just so easy to talk to, charismatic in that way. He's just a good dude.
He really inspired me to be an athlete and really to play sports. I always wanted to be him. I always wanted to be in his shoes. I thought he was really cool, especially when he was in his band. I started to play bass because of him. I played baseball because of him. He taught me how to swing a baseball bat, so yeah.
It's hard to think back and think like when it really started.
Towards the high school.
Which, you know, you kind of think, oh, that's kids being kids. Everyone kind of starts having beers or, you know, maybe smoking a little pot.
There were a couple of incidents senior year, and I said to Amy, this is a different drinking. He's not drinking to have fun. He drinks to pass out. He drinks until he passes out.
Crashed his car into the woods in our front yard. His car was flipped over, literally in the woods, and I was on the way to a town basketball game where I was trying to get away from the whole mess in the house, but I still couldn't, even going down the driveway.
Trevor was admitted to South Shore Hospital 6 times for pancreatitis before he turned 22. And doctors are telling me, your son needs help. And my response finally at one point was, you know, tell me something we don't know. Do you have the resources? Who do I go for help? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? The Gosnell community helped him with that, and I got a call. We spoke to the admitting people, and now at this point, Trevor's too under the influence to even speak. And now you've got to get him to go. And to her credit, you know, she said, it doesn't matter. I'll work with him. I'll get him through it. I'm gonna stop crying. I sat with him, so he had the room upstairs, and I sat in his doorway for 8 hours. And he finally came over and sat on his couch, and he started crying like, why am I like this? Why is this happening to me? And right away as a dad, I knew this is his maybe moment of clarity. And I called the number and I said, you need to get on the phone and you need to just name whatever they needed. And he got on the phone. He does his detox. Then we meet Eliza and Bill and we start the journey.
Initially, I didn't have any hope, so Gosnell brought me to a place where I realized that I did deal with addiction. And I think mostly that I wasn't alone. And I think that was kind of frightening at first because I sat around whatever it is, 36 other patients, and was like, oh, I'm just like these people. And I think that the people that work there kind of showed me that a lot of them being in recovery, that I don't have to keep doing this.
Saved my son's life. It's that simple.
Yep, saved his life. Yep, detox, recovery, the sober housing. He wouldn't
and not
be
just
here
us, but
if it wasn't for them.
nobody there quit on him, ever. I could do days on Bill Amani and what he meant to us and our family. Everyone played a part, but what he did, what he still does for Trevor and others, to me the answer is why wouldn't I give everything we can? You know, I have clients who have followed in our footsteps and donated. And they've asked me, what's important? I said, well, you're able to save someone's life tomorrow. I mean, there are great causes out there. I still donate, to the Cancer Society. I lost a brother to cancer years ago. They still do great work. Gosnell's going to save someone's life today. And save someone's life in 6 months and 10 years from now.
Some of my best friends that were in high school and saw him at his worst, oh, how's he doing now? I'm like, he's doing so good. And it's just it's such a relief to be able to say that, and the way people react to it's oh my gosh, I'm so happy for him. And I think people just should know how resilient he is and how just amazing and all such a well-rounded person that he's become. And I don't know, just he's Trevor McCarthy, and he's a rock star. He really is, and not in the way he's not touring the world in a tour bus or on planes or private jets, but in the way that he got himself out of this situation and is now helping others through it. It's just amazing.
I felt like I was supposed to die from this disease. So to turn that around and be able to be in front of a whole bunch of people and be recognized, have my family there, it's such a blessing. And I don't think that it's gonna really sink in till months later, or if I ever get to see the person who gets the second one, whatever it is, like it's still so fresh. I remember getting that call and being like, do you know what I was like when I was in detox? So it's cool. I'm very excited, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm very blessed.